It happened 2 years ago. I still remember the falling ashes waltzing with the snow. The battle for Mako was over. My duty as the Academy's gravedigger was to bury all those lifeless bodies that had been left on the rock and ash. But I found something, a vial that had remained intact among the rubble and glowed with a purplish color. When I uncapped the container, I was caught in a dark cloud that engulfed me in a storm of whispers and voices calling for help. I thought I had died, but I was wrong. I discovered a new world beyond reality and the imaginable. A world where there was nothing, only chaos, and an explosion stopped in time on the horizon. There was nothing else but void. I used that chaos. That place was full of my memories. I saw them floating like orbs of energy, and in an explosion of light and color, I remembered my childhood. Those days when I killed small creatures as a sacrifice to know the secrets of death. I had only 2 friends, my favorite toy, Puppetto, and death. When I opened my eyes after that journey through my past, the unstable cloud had taken shape. Before me was that toy that accompanied me for years and that I lost when my parents abandoned me. It was colossal and smiled as if it was waiting for my orders. I realized what that world meant. Everything I imagined was happening, as if I were a mindless body. I had become the brain of a new world. With a single command, Puppetto took me out of that place. From then on, I discovered in myself a superior power. A power that would hold the key to the secrets of death. I returned to my former home, where my parents still lived, in Furui. That night, I uncapped the vial again. I wanted revenge. I wanted them to suffer as I did when they destroyed my life. Puppetto came out and created a storm around the house. I opened the door, which still creaked the same way it had years ago, and entered where my happiness had once been. The first thing I heard was screams coming from upstairs. I went upstairs, opened the door to their room, and saw Puppetto laughing, while the 2 of them seemed to be trapped in a dark dream. From their faces, 2 masks were generated. I reached out and held out my hand. Somehow, I absorbed the magic from both of them. At that moment, I discovered that I could gain infinite power. I discovered that no one would ever take away my freedom again. I returned to the academy the next day, a place full of magicians, a source of power. When the young apprentices were about to change classrooms, I reopened the doors to the void. Chaos broke out. I stole the magic of 10 teachers and 31 students, the most powerful. But I was still not strong enough to face the elite, which is why I fled. It amuses me to know that now, on the 31st day of the 10th month, they celebrate the Devonine in honor of the victims. It fills me with pride to know that they have so much respect for me. I left for a remote place, a place where Majas gathered from all over the world. That's how I ended up at the Lucky Frog Tavern. I had total freedom, but I quickly caught the attention of a nuisance. A peerless detective, Mako Foxton. It was the first time I became afraid after a long time. Fear and lack of control caused me to faint, at which point Mako shot me 3 times. Shots that under normal conditions would have ended my life. But that was not the case. Pepetto took control of my body, drew 3 cards, and fused Mako with his Simperkin. Now, I'm wanted everywhere. But you know what? This Devonine, their greatest nightmares, will come true. Now that you've heard my story, you deserve to know the dark future that awaits you. Don't worry. It will only take a moment. Remember my name. I am Devante Morte.